Once upon a time, in a quiet kingdom surrounded by green hills and singing rivers, there lived a young girl named Amelia Bloom. She was called Bloom, not just because flowers seemed to open wherever she walked, but because her heart was full of kindness and light. She lived with her stepmother, Lady Varella, in a grand old house near the edge of a mysterious forest. Long ago, Lady Varella had been kind, but over the years, jealousy made her cold. As Amelia grew more beautiful and loved by everyone, Varella's heart grew darker. Every morning, Lady Varella would ask her enchanted mirror, "Who's the fairest?" The mirror replied, "Your beauty fades. Amelia Bloom now shines bright." That name stung Varella. One gloomy morning, Varella summoned her hunter. "Take Amelia into the Whispering Woods," she ordered. "Go far, where no one can find her, and don't bring her back." The loyal hunter hesitated, remembering how Amelia helped the needy and cared for every creature. He took Amelia deep into the woods, but when they reached the silent trees, he knelt before her. "Run, child," he said. "Run and never look back." Amelia didn't understand, but her heart trusted the hunter. She turned and ran, through brambles and branches, deeper and deeper into the forest. Hours passed. Her feet were tired, her dress torn, but she kept walking. Just as the sky began to turn pink with evening light, she found a little cottage hidden behind tall ferns and twisted vines. It was small and quiet, with 7 little chairs, 7 little plates, and 7 tiny beds. No one was home, but the house felt warm. Amelia, tired but thankful, cleaned the dusty room, whipped up some veggie soup, and curled up in a cozy chair. That night, 7 forest spirits returned, tiny like kids but ancient like trees. They were moss, bramble, fern, dew, acorn, pebble, and thistle. At first, they were surprised to see Amelia, but once they noticed how she cleaned and cooked, they smiled. "You can stay," said Moss, the eldest, "if your heart is as gentle as your hands." So, Amelia Bloom started a new life in the forest, singing with birds, dancing with deer, and making even the grumpy owls smile. Flowers bloomed where she walked, but far away, in her dark room, Lady Varella had not forgotten. Her mirror still answered, "Amelia Bloom, so full of grace, still lives and lights the forest's face." Furious, Varella began to plan again. Disguised as a traveler, Varella strolled into the woods with a basket of golden combs, ribboned laces, and a shiny, sweet-smelling red apple. Oh, and it was cursed. One day when the spirits were away, she found a cottage and said, "Hey there, want an apple? You remind me of my daughter." Amelia hesitated, but trusting too easily, she took a bite, and down she went. The spirits returned, weeping, and built her a crystal bed under a tree of white blossoms, but the forest wasn't ready to let her go. In a faraway kingdom called Windfall, a young prince named Elian wandered into the forest. He'd heard of Bloom, a girl with a heart that could heal broken branches. Finding her among the flowers, he knelt beside her, touched her hand, and whispered, "Kindness like yours shouldn't go unnoticed." Suddenly, a breeze rustled the trees, and a white petal landed on her lips. Amelia gasped. Her eyes fluttered open. The curse had broken, not with a kiss but with true-hearted care. The spirits danced, the birds sang. Amelia stood, full of light once more. She thanked Prince Elian and the forest, and though he offered her a place in his golden palace, she chose to stay in the woods, where kindness grew like vines. Years passed. The forest flourished under her care. Travelers spoke of a girl named Bloom, who could heal with a song and smile with her eyes. Lady Varella was never seen again. And the mirror? It was buried deep, where no lies could whisper again. And so, Amelia Bloom lived, not as a princess in a castle, but as the heart of a forest, where kindness was the only magic needed. For many years after that, the forest thrived. The animals and plants grew strong and plentiful, and the spirits were joyful beyond measure. Every morning, Amelia would wake with the sunrise, her heart overflowing with love for all living things. She would greet the birds as they sang their greetings, dance with the deer in the sunlit glades, and listen to the secrets whispered by the trees. A strange stillness fell over the forest. Birds stopped singing, flowers wilted, and animals hid. The forest spirits gathered around Amelia. "Our magic is fading," Moss said, trembling. "The heartwood tree is dying. Without it, our forest will wither and vanish." Amelia felt a surge of determination. She knew she had to help the spirits and the forest that had become her home. But how could she save the heartwood tree? As Amelia pondered, a tiny bluebird fluttered onto her outstretched hand. It chirped frantically, then flew toward the whispering woods, the very spot where Amelia had sought refuge all those years ago. Curiosity mixed with a bit of fear as Amelia followed the bluebird into the woods. What was hiding in that dark place? The trees were all twisted, and it felt super quiet. They reached a clearing with an ancient oak, the heartwood tree. It looked more like a skeleton than a living tree, but it was supposed to be the source of the forest's magic. Suddenly, a cackle echoed through the trees. Out stepped Lady Varella, her face twisted with malice. "So you've come to save your precious forest," she sneered at Amelia. "But even your meddling won't change the fact that it's dying, just as I always knew it would." Varella explained that she had placed a curse on the forest long ago, causing it to depend on her magic for survival. When she decided to leave the kingdom and live in the woods, she used her knowledge of herbs and spells to weave a fate worse than death for the heartwood tree and the entire forest. Overwhelmed with sadness, Amelia refused to believe that all hope was lost. She looked at the withered tree, then at her hands, which had always healed and nurtured the forest. What if she tried the same with the heartwood tree? Amelia focused, and a soft light glowed from her hands into the tree. At first, it was just a little shake in the branches, but then the whole tree started to tremble. The light grew brighter, and suddenly the heartwood tree came to life. Its branches stretched up, leaves bursting into vibrant green. The forest buzzed back to life. Birds returned, flowers turned to the sun, and animals peeked out, blinking in the bright light. Recovering from her shock, Varella recoiled in horror as her magic, now useless, ebbed away. She stumbled backward, crashing to the ground. As quickly as she had vanished all those years ago, she disappeared from sight and from memory. With the forest saved, the spirits approached Amelia, their faces beaming with gratitude and joy. "You have brought life back to our home," Moss exclaimed, his voice ringing with happiness. "We are forever in your debt, Amelia Bloom." In that moment, they presented her with a gift, a necklace woven from moonlight and dewdrops that would forever bind her to the forest and its magic. Amelia accepted the gift with humility, her heart swelling with love for the spirits and the wondrous world they inhabited. From that day forward, Amelia Bloom continued to live among the spirits of the forest, caring for its inhabitants and ensuring its continued prosperity. The forest, in turn, flourished under her gentle touch, becoming a haven of peace and beauty that drew all who entered it. And so the tale of Amelia Bloom serves as a reminder that kindness, compassion, and a pure heart are the most powerful magic of all.